So we've talked about what a record is. The question is, why has this come up? Why is it that we have records management now? We've been functioning as an organization for years. Well, we know that the scene of this world is changing, and we know Satan's coming after us, and he's going to go for us legally.
Good morning, everyone. Oh my goodness, a lot to cover this morning. Now, yes, there was a new updated Elders Manual released on Monday, yesterday, and Elders Letters, 4 pages. Now, what I find interesting is that they update these Elders Manuals every 6 months. And you just got to ask. You know, it's a shame that the Jehovah's Witnesses don't know about these Elders Manuals, or at least most of them don't, and how often they update them. And we know that most of the time it's because they're getting their backsides kicked in court. And that's why they have to keep updating this, because they're getting sued for what is being leaked and what is in these files. Now, a thinking person would think, you know, why isn't their God Jehovah helping them do a perfect Elders Manual so that they don't get their asses kicked in court? You just got to ask, you know, where is their God Jehovah helping them? Right? All right. Got my coffee. And I want to thank Atlantis and all the PIMO elders who get this information to us. And I'm going to put the link down below. Atlantis has put a link on JehovahWitness.com. And grab it, because the file, it's one of those file shares, and it's only good for 7 days. So grab it while you can. And he's also got the Elders Letters along with the manual in English. So far, we only have the English manual, but thank you everybody very much. And I've got the Elders Letters. And like I said, Atlantis has the Elders Letters attached also. Announcements and reminders, November 2023 for elders. And I also find it interesting that there's 3 pages for the elders and only a half a page for the congregation. How many of the Jehovah's Witnesses know that? Yeah. For elders, Revised Shepherd Book. We are pleased to inform you that a revised version of the Shepherd Book has been posted in the Form section of the Documents tab on JW Hub. Please be aware that revisions to the text in the JW Pub and EPUB versions of the Shepherd Book may affect the location of highlights, notes, and bookmarks made by the user in the previous version. For the benefit of elders who are blind or visually impaired, screen reader files, note taker files, and Braille editions are available in the selected languages. Listed below is an overview of the significant changes from the previous version. Now, Chapter 1, Part 2, Paragraph 2, Part 8. Clarified that only exemplary baptized publishers should receive special privileges and responsibilities. They're getting so paranoid. Oh, good Lord. Paragraph 2, Part 23, inserted a new point directing that it is the responsibility of the body of elders to decide if a funeral for a publisher who committed suicide may be held at the Kingdom Hall. Skipping down, Chapter 12, Paragraph 73, clarified that the provision allowing an innocent mate to take responsibility before Jehovah for obtaining a scriptural divorce may be extended only if the elders determine that strong circumstantial evidence of sexual immorality exists and the innocent mate is convinced that adultery occurred. Now, I'm not going to read all of these. Like I said, there's 3 pages. Chapter 20, skip down to Paragraph 27, Part 5. Inserted a new point directing that when meetings are held at the Kingdom Hall, it is preferred that those delivering public talks be physically present at the Kingdom Hall. If the Kingdom Hall has the necessary equipment, the congregation may arrange for a public talk to be given by means of video conference on occasion. However, this option should be used no more than once a month. Paragraph 28. Deleted reference to access to programs on JW Stream by elders and ministerial servants, which should no longer be used. Makes you wonder if they're going to do away with JW Stream altogether. Maybe because the PMOs are leaking links to these JW Stream. Do you all see what we're causing Watchtower to do? They are so worried about all of us and what is getting leaked and the PMOs and everything. I'm sure they're beside themselves. They don't know what to do. If Watchtower only knew how many PMOs are actually in their organization. Mike and I have said before, it wouldn't surprise us if it was at least half of the Jehovah's Witnesses were all PMOs. And I hear all the time, we're PMOs, so hey, I just discovered so-and-so in my congregation, or someone in my congregation, or a family in my congregation are PMOs also. So they're finding one another. I think it's great. At least you guys can support one another. Chapter 20, paragraph 29. Deleted reference to access to programs of JW Stream by email invitation, which should no longer be used. So it sounds like they're not even going to be sending out any links inviting you to JW Stream. We knew this was coming. Chapter 20, paragraph 40. Deleted 2 paragraphs on disruptive individuals and replaced with a reference to the Kingdom Hall Security Plan, Form S288. Chapter 20, paragraph 43. Added rescheduling the meeting to another time during the week to the list of options if the body of elders decide that it's unsafe for the congregation to attend a meeting in person. Well, after what has happened in India, it appears that meetings and conventions and assemblies are all a dangerous place. Chapter 21, paragraph 20. Inserted. A sentence stating that the Kingdom Hall agreement should indicate that the body of elders of the congregation sharing the Kingdom Hall agree to abide by the direction contained in the Kingdom Hall security plan. Paragraph 26. Inserted a reference to the Kingdom Hall security plan. Paragraph 36. Replaced previous direction regarding Kingdom Hall internet service with a reference to cybersecurity guidelines for Kingdom Halls, Form S287. See, they've got guides and forms for everything. See, and I'll say this again, I know I say this all the time, they're more concerned with their property in the Kingdom Hall than they are in protecting kids. Chapter 22, paragraph 19.4. Added a record made by the elders to document a report that they made to the secular authorities regarding any accusation of CSA to the list of items that should be placed in a sealed envelope and retained in the congregation file. Now, I have the old Shepherd book that was released last May. Confidential records, point 19, part 4. Any record of a determination by a body of elders that a publisher is or not scripturally free to remarry. I guess they have to add CSA to that now. Gonna cover their backsides. Chapter 26. Paragraph 14.2, inserted a sentence stating that it is not appropriate for individuals to take the initiative to collect funds privately or to use social media to solicit funds to assist congregations affected by disasters. Chapter 26, paragraph 14, part 3. Inserted a sentence stating that there is no objection if a publisher sends some form of assistance directly to a family member or friend affected by a disaster in another area. And then they cover working safely at Kingdom Halls, contact LDC, get the book, your risk incident reports. Thank you for your diligence in submitting a risk incident report in harmony with the risk incident report instructions. Well, yeah, because you can get sued. Instructions for our Christian Life and Ministry meeting. Please review carefully the revised instructions for our Christian Life and Ministry meeting. For coordinators of bodies of elders, announcement for congregations, make sure they're read next midweek meeting and posted on the information board. Audit of congregation accounts should be done quarterly, each quarter, and announced to the congregation this has been done. For Life and Ministry meeting overseers, midweek meeting part and the new format for the Apply Yourself to the Field Ministry section of the midweek meeting. Please present a 10-minute part on the new format for the Apply Yourself to the Field Ministry section of the midweek meeting in place of the 5-minute local needs part during the week of December 4th, 2023. During the part, review paragraphs 6 through 14 of the revised instructions for our Christian Life and Ministry meeting. And build enthusiasm for the opportunity to improve our conversation skills and ability to preach and teach. Encourage all to download a copy of the instructions from JW.org or JW Library and review the applicable portions each time they receive an assignment. For secretaries, the new revised field service report will be shipped to each congregation in the near future. Once the shipment is received, older versions of the form should be discarded. For service overseers, public witnessing guidelines. A revised version of public witnessing guidelines will soon be available in the forms section of the Documents tab on JW Hub. Please become familiar with revised guidelines and provide a copy to all who have been approved to participate in public witnessing. Listed below are the significant changes from the previous version. Paragraph 2. Inserted direction that publisher should stand or sit at an appropriate distance from the cart. Yeah, because you don't want to be next to the cart and everybody see you on your phone. Paragraph 6. Inserted direction that if the police ask publishers to leave an area, the publisher should do so and then inform one of the elders. Love People Make Disciples. A supply of the new brochure, Love People Make Disciples, was consigned to congregations in boxes marked Do Not Open until November 6. After the announcement for congregations is read, you may begin distributing the brochure to any who would like a printed copy. Okay, if you need extra copies. Scriptures for Christian Living. With the help of the literature servant, please verify the number of requests for printed copies of Scriptures for Christian Living. These numbers should be conveyed to the language coordinating congregation who will submit a request for the total copies needed in that language. Requests should be submitted to the branch office before Monday, November 27th. All right, for congregations. See, like I said, it's only half a page. Oh, being a rank and file, you miss out on so much information, especially when you don't watch us activists' YouTube videos. For congregations, Love People Make Disciples. Just says the annual meeting October 7th, it was announced that this would be released. And your congregation may have already received printed copies. They also announced the release of the new publication Scriptures for Christian Living, which you can get digital formats now on jw.org and in JW Library. If you prefer to use a printed book, please request a copy from the literature servant. And then, of course, go get your instructions for the Christian Life and Ministry meeting. And I am also going to put a link down below. I'm only guessing at this point because it's on the Wayback Machine that for some reason Watchtower had this article deleted. And so thanks to everybody who sent this to me. I will put the link down below so you can see this article. And it was in the Sunday Herald this past Sunday. So I think that is it. I do have more to cover. And thank you everybody so much for your cards and emails and your help and phone calls and everything. I just were so busy at the time I couldn't cover the India incident. And so hopefully Mike and I can do a video with an update on some information that is out there. So thank you, and you all have a wonderful week. Bye.